Hey, now what did we learn here today?
Now, Cable in the Classroom comes home.
In the next half hour, Weather Center, a comprehensive national forecast. At 40 after, Weather Center continues with highway and air travel conditions. Then the weekend outlook. And at 50 after, Storm Watch. But right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
Hi, this is Jim Cantori in Freeport, Maine. Even though it's just a little bit of snow, we've got some travel problems. We'll tell you about those on Weather Center next.
Yes, the snow is back for those of you in the Northeast and New England, and that is our top story this afternoon. I'm Jill Brown.
And I'm Dan Atkinson. Thanks for joining us on this edition of Weather Center. Well, the Alberta Clipper that was situated over the Great Lakes yesterday has moved into the Northeast. Here's a look at the surface map for the Northeast. You can see the low pressure center at the surface making its movement on down the St. Lawrence Valley, producing widespread snow, light in most cases, but in some instances heavy bursts of moderate to heavy snow across portions of northern Pennsylvania, right on across New York into most of New England. And just now in Freeport, Maine, joining us live is Jim Cantori to give us the latest. Jim?
Hey, Dan, you know, when you go out there and you play golf all summer long and your swing's really good and great, and you're like, oh, this is great. Then you put the clubs away for a winter and you get back out in the spring, it's not so great. Well, that's kind of what's happened up here. A lot of folks have put their winter driving skills on hold for a while because there's not been much snow over the past couple of months. And today, a little light snow, so a little tricky in spots. As a matter of fact, there's a reduced speed alert on the Maine Turnpike going north from Kittery, which is just north of us, all the way up toward Augusta. So a stretch of about maybe 50, 60 miles or so. Well, I got a little friend here I want you to meet. This is Patrick. I'm going to come down and view life from Patrick's side of the world. You can stand up. Patrick, where are you from?
Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk, Virginia. You know, the ownership of our company, the Weather Channel, is from Norfolk, Virginia. You don't. That's a non-essential information. What? Anyway, what brings you to the Freeport area today?
Well, my aunt and my uncle came up, and we just decided to show them around.
Are you? Rumor has it you're a big fan of the Weather Channel. Is that true?
Yes.
How many hours a day do you watch the Weather Channel?
I don't know, about like 2, maybe.
Would you recommend that all kids your age watch the Weather Channel?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. So some other kids, it just may seem kind of boring.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not boring today. You're on national television, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Patrick. Patrick, a watcher, but would not recommend for all folks here. Anyway, slow it down. Take it easy. Again, those driving skills not honed as well as they should be. That's why they've got some reduced speed. Some good news, though, to tell you about, Dan. The snow in the intensity department has let up a little bit. So that's good news, and it's not coming down as heavily as it was. So the road crews are going to get out, they're going to sand the roads, and the sand is going to take effect. So some good news here to report from Freeport. Other than that, folks are out shopping as usual as they usually do on the weekend. Back to you.
And thanks a lot, Jim, for that report. We'll check back with you. Radar is showing across the Northeast light snow in many cases, some occasional bursts of heavy snow, for instance, at Fort Drum, New York. But winter weather advisories are posted all the way from portions of Pennsylvania across New York into all of the New England states. And Boston, you're getting some wet snow from time to time. Your temperature just a little bit above freezing. A lot of moisture available as the winds come in from the south. In fact, it's breezy at Boston, winds gusting to as much as 30 miles per hour out of the south. And we do have precipitation mostly in the form of snow across southern New England. You get down toward Groton, Connecticut, and it is warm enough for rain. Occasional rain for you in New York City as it sweeps in from the west. And you've had a little bit of rain around Philadelphia, but getting into some drier air now. And the precipitation indicated over the Delmarva, not much of that reaching the ground. Rather breezy with gale warnings posted along the northeast coast from Eastport, Maine down to Sandy Hook, New Jersey, thanks to the wind circulating around that Alberta Clipper. Temperatures now include 36 degrees in Boston. You're at 34 in Elmira. 35 in Pittsburgh. New York, you're 42, and 54 degrees now at the nation's capital. Wind chills in the single digits. Places like Erie, 4, 9-degree wind chill at Detroit, and 12 below at Minot, North Dakota. These are the actual temperatures now. Chicago, you are 30. Marquette, 20, with snow continuing to fall across the UP of Michigan. Show you the 24-hour temperature change thanks to Arctic air in place now over the northern and central plains. In many cases, you are 25 to 30 degrees colder than you were yesterday. Here's the leading edge of that cold air. Circulating around the backside of that Alberta Clipper, lake effect snow sweeping across much of northern portions of Michigan, dry across most of the southeast except for some Texas rain, Louisiana showers. You'll have details on that from Jill in just a moment, but a beautiful day underway now in Atlanta and Birmingham. Atlanta, your temperature is 64. It's 69 in Tampa. Jill?
All right, thanks, Dan. Last night, several water spouts were reported off Orange and Los Angeles counties in California. Today, light rain is falling, and that's going to end with time, a little more time. Take a look at the latest radar, and you can see, yes, there's still some rain on the radar for around Las Vegas, especially west side of Las Vegas, down through Daggett. Blythe had a thunderstorm earlier. I couldn't find any reports of thunderstorms at this time, so some good news there. It looks like this is where the heaviest rain is, and if you get anything around downtown LA or Santa Barbara, it should be sprinkles. This low is moving, just moving slowly. So you should get some rain around Phoenix, especially as this darker green gets a little bit closer. Some of this evaporating before it even gets down to the surface. It's pretty dry at the lowest level, so some of this will just evaporate, but eventually we will get rain, we'll get some snow. As a matter of fact, Flagstaff had snow earlier. It's warming up enough that you may have a little bit of a rain and snow mix. And there are some thunderstorms out here. Recent lightning strikes show up here across Arizona and New York.
We gotta do something about this, bro. Yeah, try to go on. Center.